Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Tom Keene with Paul Sweeney and Bloomberg's Lisa Mateo.
I think you know this first one. Intel. Okay. Yes. Okay, I got you. Their shares have been up as much as 3%. The reason why, well, you had CEO Le Bouton. He met with President Trump at the White House. The president said his meeting with him was a very interesting one. He called Tan's success amazing. He said discussions are going to continue, but it's a turnaround because you remember, it comes less than a week after the president called for his resignation, and that caused the stocks to slide, right? He made that clear on social media. He said the CEO of Intel is conflicted and must resign immediately. But there were a lot of concerns around it, but now it looks like everything is, I don't know, what do you call it, kumbaya? And
I guess.
everything is feeling a little bit
Kemp's
better. There you go. Nvidia, that's another one that you are familiar with. There you go. Okay, shares are lower to little change. They are starting to rise a little bit, but sources saying China urging companies to avoid using Nvidia's H20 processors. I can never say that. Processors.
That's you're hanging around me too much.
There you go.
So does this mean that the chips are going to go to China? The president's going to make a 15% commission.
Yes.
But China doesn't want the chips? Do I have that right?
The problem is that it's complicating the AI deal that Trump talked about with that 15% that you're mentioning about. So the efforts by NVIDIA to expand into China, they were saying, this might cause them to expand. So now this might be an issue because China is urging companies to avoid using them. So that's the issue with that. It could also be AMD too. These are all sources, just letting you know this is what sources are saying. But the reason why Beijing is saying this now is because they say they're worried about location tracking, remote shutdown capabilities, which NVIDIA has said that's not an issue. So that's the latest with NVIDIA. Okay. A stock on the move is underwear maker Hanesbrand. It's ticker HBI. You know the underwear, right? Okay. Soars 41%, as much as 41%. Wow. So the reason why is the Financial Times reported that Canada's Gildan Activewear is actually nearing a deal to buy the company. It's at an enterprise value about $5 billion. But they just posted results last week. I'm talking about Hanesbrand. Better than expected in the second quarter. Lifted its forecast for the year. Right. The agreement, who knows? It could come by the end of the week. Things could still change. But if it does go through, Bloomberg is saying that it would be Gildan's actually largest deal so far this year. But both companies haven't said anything, so we shall see what happens with it. Underwear.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.